Welcome to London channel, and today we'll be looking at Murray's video on what happens when the cartel doesn't get their money. So if you are new here, do well to show your boys some love. It keeps the energy going. Let's get into it.
Or Trap Lord Ross or whoever does the right opinion type. What's his name? Turkey Tom. They do video essays, bro. Hour long, 2 hour long YouTube videos. For me, it's not that serious. Anyway,
Yeah.
there's this crazy ass story I just came across, bro. And honestly, it's not funny, bro. This shit is actually scary. Mexican businessman and his teen daughter and
Shit. Mexican businessman, his teen daughter, and the bodyguard die in ambush of more than 30 armed men firing 200 rounds. Man, this is crazy.
bodyguard die in ambush of more than 30 armed men firing 200 rounds into their vehicle. And as you can see here is the image right here. Like, this is crazy, bro. Essentially, I'm probably going to title this, Do Not Mess with the Cartel, bro. If you want to preserve your life and you love life, do not F with the cartel. And just to show you guys a little bit of the footage that took place at that incident. Like, holy shit, guys. I now see why Trump has finally labeled the cartel as a whole ass terrorist organization.
Oh.
What the And for my research nerds out there, yes, according to state.gov, the Department of, on February 20th, has labeled the cartels and all their affiliates as terrorists. And according to one Redditor, he says this was a few days ago in Guadalajara. I heard the shots right in the middle of a...
Man, we see that the cartel are like organized terrorists, because this is crazy. Like, about the most dangerous thing is you getting in business with them. So if you are there, you have to take it. But the family being at some point like innocent people that do not even know what's going on, like you putting their lives in danger at some point, killing them, like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Residential area full of families. The
No.
cartels do what they want and the government is complicit. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, you will never see me or hear me on this channel disrespecting cartels ever. Like, the amount of TikTokers and creators, as you can see right here, who've messed or disrespected the cartels and have gotten killed for it, bro, is actually insanity. Like, genuinely, bro. I don't know, man. And the spooky thing about this entire thing is the fact that not many news sources have even really talked about the story, which is kind of scaring me because, like, why is nobody talking about this? Like, I actually had to go to an actual Korean news outlet, The Chosen, just to find some info about this. Kind of spooky. But they say shooting near World Cup venue kills 3 in Mexico. Incident 7 kilometers from Akron Stadium ahead of South Korea's June matches. Cartel links suspected. A shooting incident occurred in the downtown area of Zapopan, Mexico, near the stadium where Youngbo's South Korean team will play their first and second group stage matches of the 2026 FIFA North America World Cup.
So what we are seeing here is that the news outlet that even carried it are different news outlet from the country than the country it actually took place in.
Resulting in 3 deaths. According to Jalisco State Prosecutor's Office in Zapopan Police in Mexico, on the 29th of December, a shooting incident occurred around 10:20 a.m. in the residential Victoria area of Zapopan. Zapopan is a part of the Guadalajara metropolitan area in Mexico. According to local media, in this incident, a Lamborghini Urus, a high-end SUV, which basically costs around $200,000 to $300,000, if you guys don't know, came under fire from assailants while moving near the Plaza del Sol commercial facility. At the time, the Lamborghini driver was being escorted by another SUV vehicle. So this guy was loaded, bro. $300,000 vehicle, private security with another.
Imagine the ways that they have done that, like getting, not talking about the material, maybe the car, doing it in a family like base area, place you have family and people living, is something I don't understand. Like, is there nowhere you can get this guy solo, or you can get him alone and just carry out what you want to carry out? Or is there no way like you can get this guy, take him out of that environment and just do him, like treat him how you want to treat him? Maybe he's your member, I don't know how it happens, but doing it in a family area that you are just firing bullets as if nothing is happening, as if you are just in an open field, it doesn't make sense.
Vehicle behind him, his daughter with him, because, he wants to keep her safe. They're saying this guy was engaged in legal business activities, but I'm just going to say, man, who knows? And everybody's in the drug trade in Mexico in some way, shape, or form. They have ties, an uncle, a cousin, a teacher, the police force. Like, everybody's just corrupt. And literally it's for survival. And what I'm hearing, because, I heard about the story before, is that this guy got smoked because he wasn't paying the quote-unquote protection fee, aka extortion fee. Like, let's be honest here. Anyway, they say it is reported that more than 5 men attacked these vehicles. The shooting shooting lasted for over 10 minutes. They were shooting at his vehicle for 10 minutes straight. They were not letting him leave the scene alive, no matter who was in the car with him. Honestly, bro, if you're that rich, bro, get out of Mexico, dog. Just get out. Like, this happened in a major city, Guadalajara. I mean, good God. Like, imagine if this happened in New York City, how that would look for us. I mean, this is insane. They say, though, medical personnel confirmed the deaths of 2 men at the scene and urgently transported 5 people, including one woman, to the hospital. Later, it was reported that a total of 3 people had died after the woman transported to the hospital also passed away, which
And this is what we are talking about. You doing it where you have people like going about their day to day lives. And you, at the end, we are still going through it. At the end, I would still like to know what happened. Like you see, we have 5 people reportedly injured and some dead. And
I believe may have been his daughter. The target of the attack was a merchant from the Guadalajara wholesale market who was riding in the Lamborghini Urus. He was found dead along with a bodyguard who was in the vehicle at the scene. The merchant's minor daughter, who was in the backseat, was injured and taken to the hospital, but eventually confirmed dead.
so you see it like you, the person that you actually came for, you kill the person, still kill the daughter, kill the bodyguard, and still injured and killed some people around. Like it doesn't make sense to me why you organize such a thing. You can't get this guy out to a place or get him when he's alone to carry out your stuff.
And rest in peace to her. The remaining 4 injured individuals are all bodyguards. Damn! So he had multiple bodyguards.
Oh,
Yet he say
okay,
the
okay.
remaining 4 bodyguards from the merchant side, and one of them is in critical condition. Although authorities have not officially.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Maybe it's because of the bodyguard that's always with the guy that maybe they can't get him alone or they can't get him solo at some point. Okay.
Announced it.
But that doesn't still justify them having that shootout in a public place that you have families and people going about their day to day activities.
There are local rumors that the merchant was a businessman involved in the distribution of seeds, grains, and food products. Oh, okay. Just seeds.
Ah,
Just
okay.
grains.
Okay.
Quote unquote
Okay.
food products.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not saying he was culpable or that he was guilty. He could have been a completely innocent businessman who was being extorted and didn't want to pay the extortion fee. But I just gotta say, as is with crime here in America, I mean, most of the people who die in street activities, they're gang members. They're shady people. They're in the business, right? And if you want to live life on the edge, if you're about that life, you want to live in that life and profit from it, you got to understand that this may be a possibility for you, not only yourself, but also your family, your mom, your children, and anybody else lovers who are in proximity to you. Like, dog, you're putting everybody's lives in danger.
That's the thing. You are putting everybody's lives in danger. Like people around you, not even people that you, not even people close to you, mainly your family, and just like you said, people that might be a victim of circumstance of where they are or when that people attacked you. Maybe they mixed you. They got to take it out on another person. All those things are. If you do such shady business, you should get your shit clean and get your family out of it. That's my opinion on it.
Additionally, I want to show you guys more of this footage here.
Bro, man.
¡Vámonos! ¡Ocho, cinco! ¡Vámonos, abuela! ¡Vámonos!
So he said something about Vamos a Verga, 85, 85. I don't know if that's some code language for whatever, like get out of Dodge or whatever. But as you can see, bro, that's the vehicle they were shooting up, man. I gotta say, if you have that much money, bro, it's not worth it. Unless you're specifically in the drug trade and you have to stay on location in Mexico or wherever, just get out. If you're rich enough to buy a Lamborghini Urus in Mexico, you're rich enough to move your children. You know, here's what I would do if I was in the drug trade and I was making this much money. I'm shipping my daughter and everybody else I love out of the country.
That's the thing. Get your family out and get them in a better place. If you want, if you have a business, it involves you being there, you should be there alone. Get your family and your relative out of the deal and everything. Like out of the location.
Everybody else is moving. There's no point in risking anybody I love staying in this country just for the sake of being close to me. That's dumb. However, the article goes on to say that the Jalisco Institute of Forensic Sciences is known to have secured over 100 cartridge cases, several long guns, and high-power weapon magazines at the scene. That is crazy. A video containing what appears to be automatic gunfire sounds spread on local social media. The video, presumed to have been filmed by one of the perpetrators, shows men in bulletproof vests taking cover behind vehicles and firing at the Lamborghini. They say authorities are continuing their investigation. However, the specific identities of the perpetrators, they're not going to get that. And the motives behind the crime.
Yeah, sure. I wanted to say it before what you even said. They might not. No. Maybe they are not going to get it. Definitely, they are not going to get it.
Have not been disclosed. Locally, there are suggestions that it could be the work of a regional cartel. You think? The location of the incident on that day is about 15-minute drive from the Akron Stadium, the 2026 World Cup venue. In terms of straight line distance, it is approximately 7 kilometers.
So this involve what we are talking about crimes like the World Cup that is coming later this year. you can see some venues being like a crime area or some venues being like people get attacked at some point. But we might talk about that in future and when it comes
Listen,
up.
this is from the Seoul World Cup Stadium to Namsan Park. So yeah, ahead of some Korean team playing at the 2026 World Cup venue in Guadalajara. This is happening. I mean, this is a bad blow. There's going to be thousands of people, tens of thousands of people coming into Guadalajara, and this is happening like 15 minutes away from the venue. That is crazy. They also say this is not the first time security issues in Jalisco have come to the forefront ahead of the North America World Cup earlier this month. Concerns grew when it was reported that at least 456 bags containing bodies had been found at various points near the Akron Stadium since 2022, bro. That is, I'm sick, bro. Yo, rest in peace to this guy.
This is definitely mental. Like 456 bags containing bodies.
Near the Akron Stadium since 2022, bro. That is, I'm sick, bro. Yo, rest in peace to this guy and his daughter, man. Like, Jesus, that is crazy, man.
Man, getting your family to it at some point, like it kind of scary. Like if you are doing such a business, if you are into such an day, like you should get your family out. And if you are here, thanks for staying back and thanks for staying to this point. Do it to like, share, and subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comment section. We see you later.